So Brexit seems to be lost. It doesn't matter how the people voted. It doesn't matter what the people favour. It doesn't matter what we chose and that they said it was the largest turnout ever. Turnout was high and we will respect the results of the referendum. It doesn't matter about the 9 million that was spent in literature saying that they would implement those results because they're just betraying it. Because now Theresa May can have 2 fake votes with something that hasn't even been readjusted or renegotiated. Exactly the same deal with a backstop, etc. Because that's the game. That's the fraud. That's how the EU are clinging on to the UK, clinging on to us and keeping us there through the backstop. That's why they won't get rid of it. Now they said then they won't negotiate again, so she keeps going back when she went to Strasbourg. It was for nothing because it was going to get voted down anyway. We could tell you. We knew it was going to get voted down. Of course they were going to get voted down. It wasn't Brexit. We're not going to become a vassal state. She knew they'd get voted down, and now she's washed her hands of Brexit. She said, oh, well, it's Brexit's fault then, that none of my crappy deals are getting through. That's not Brexit's fault, love. It's been a scam all along to get to this outcome. So the EU can then play their card and say, well, for every day you delay, we'll charge you £1 million or £1 billion or however much it is, because she'll keep having to come back with the deal. It will keep getting voted down because they won't change the backstop. And then we'll have to keep paying because it will be delayed. So they've bankrupted us. They've already worked out a strategy to bankrupt the UK. And it's in their interest to do so because they want to discourage other people from leaving. So they want to ruin us and say that Brexit caused this. Stay with the EU, otherwise this will happen to you too. Anyone paying attention, it was obvious this was going to happen. Because we don't have democracy. It's as simple as that. When you've got Facebook, taking people in, when you've got MI5 investigating Tommy on the street and protecting paedophile rings, and you've got the BBC keeping paedophile statues, etc., we don't have legitimate democracy. We have kleptocrats and lunatics and so on that are just in charge of everything, pilfering everything from the country and handing it over to private organisations and then saying you can't look at it because it's private. And if you can get investigated for even saying Tommy Robinson, then you can definitely get investigated for challenging, the authorities on matters of Brexit, matters of treason, etc. If you say that they've committed treason, which they actually have, but they weren't going to respect the results of the referendum because there was no democracy in the first place. So the illusion has fallen. And that is what people need to realise, that this didn't happen by accident, that it's not supreme incompetence. It's supreme competence. And they've made this happen. And now the EU has worked out a strategy to bankrupt the UK, to punish us as a warning for other nations not to leave the EU.